in SEC play. It's LSU and Texas A&M, but only one has remained.
This is a lot of football to be played here in the month of November. But as we say around here, the games in November are the ones you remember. Our first goal is to go win an SEC championship. And that's what we're striving for.
That's why we come to Texas. As a little kid, you live to play in these type of games in this atmosphere. They're going to be loud, they're going to be rowdy, they're going to be energetic.
It's going to be a dogfight, four-quarter game.
We have to play physical and we have to execute. Trust in the culture that we've developed.
There's a standard, and that's the way we're playing it in there.
Oh,
Hey,
what's up, man?
What's going on, man? How are you?
What's going on there? Oh, dude, I'm doing good.
Yeah, man, it's been a
Excited
crazy
for
week,
the-
man.
tonight's show.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's been
You had a lot going on in sports today. Like it just
a lot going on, a
the
lot going on.
floodgates open.
Dude, a lot of stuff happened. And in sports, it seems like today was like a big sports thing, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
What's
It just
up,
seemed like a
Cecil?
lot happened. Hey, what's going on, Cecil? How are you? Well, guys, we we kind of have it's not kind of. We do have a big announcement tonight. We have been gifted by one of our biggest supporters. A big jersey. Please, everybody stay. I mean, give us a few minutes at least. Please stay for the whole show, but we definitely want to get this out there. So, Josh, I mean, not Josh, Josh. I wish it's been a while, but Derek, take it away, and then we'll kind of show everybody what we're going to be doing a giveaway for. It's our Christmas giveaway. That's what we're going to call it, our Christmas giveaway.
Yeah, we're gonna call this the Christmas giveaway. So we Cecil reached out to me I guess last week and wanted to know if we could help him with something. And of course, him being a follower of ours, and he's been pretty faithful. I mean, he's pretty much on every show every week. I said, yeah, what do you got? What are you thinking? And he wanted to know if he could donate something for a giveaway for people on the show. What's up, Jim?
Hey, Jim, how are you, man?
Donate for somebody to get something off the show. Do a little giveaway, a little Christmas type giveaway. And we said, absolutely. And so what he told us, and it blew my mind. I wasn't expecting what he sent us.
No,
to do
not
a
at
raffle
all.
With. But if you wanna pop it up there,
Yeah,
we have a Rocket Ishmael signed Notre Dame jersey. Played for the Cowboys, played for the Raiders. So I did a little back research on him. I knew a little bit about him, but I didn't know just a ton.
It's signed. I mean, you see it's signed, authenticated, everything. Like it's patched, everything. It's actually down here at the bottom.
Oh, the patch, yeah.
Patch. Yep, there's the authenticated patch right there.
He was the first junior to ever come out of Notre Dame to go to the NFL early. I didn't know that. First one ever. And you always heard he was fast. Like you always heard Rocket Ishmael. I mean, he's fast. He's fast. I did not know he ran a 4.28 40. That's pretty fast. That's smoking. Just to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up
So
again.
we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rocket Ishmael signed Notre Dame jersey. We'll be plugging it on the page. We will be putting it out there for the next 3 days. Let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning about noon. We're going to cut it off. That way we'll have time to kind of get something ready for Sunday night show. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a post.
And listen,
and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so we'll post it. We'll take some pictures of it and post it. And then what you need to do is you need to comment on that post and put giveaway in the comment section. And we'll add you to the list of people that we will draw for. And then Sunday night, our Sunday night show, we're going to cut it off at noon. So, please be on the lookout for the post. We'll post on all our socials. We'll do a TikTok. We'll post it on Facebook, on all the Facebook pages. Twitter,
everything.
If you have Twitter, everything. So if you comment on there, just comment giveaway. We'll add your name to the list, and we'll do a drawing Sunday night on our live show, and we will comment the winner. And then what we'll do from there is we'll reach out to you. Just be looking for a message. We'll get all your information and we'll send it to you. And it'll be our Christmas gift to y'all.
Yeah, just to thank y'all for following us and hanging out with us each show at least twice a week. Y'all pop in here and yes, he was, Jim. He was a great football player.
Mm-hmm.
Great return man. I mean, you talk about he was Devin Hester before Devin Hester.
Yeah.
That's
hard to beat.
That
was insane.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't the touchdown guy like Hester was, but man, dude, you talk about flipping a field position. He can get it done for you.
Yeah, for sure. Cecil, again, we appreciate that so much. That's not something we asked for. It's something you came with us about, and we appreciate you giving that to us because I'm sure that might be something that might have been hard to part ways with.
He did say he's going to part with a signed Muhammad Ali thing for us. He's going to give us a signed Muhammad Ali piece of memorabilia. Ain't that right, Cecil?
Wait, for real?
No, he said that's the one thing he won't part with.
I was like, okay.
I tried to get it from him. He said he actually got to say no way. He said he actually got to meet Muhammad Ali, which is amazing. That is awesome. I had to show you. So he sent me a picture of his like sports memorabilia type room. I'll send it to you in the chat. But dude, it's nuts. That dude's got stuff everywhere in that room.
See, I got some stuff too, basketball wise.
Que pasa, amigo?
I was like, man, is there something I could give away? I just can't. Maybe it's because I'm still I'm not saying you're old. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm a little bit on the younger side, and I cannot part with my way with mine yet. Maybe one day I would decide to give it away or do something like this. This is the way I would do it. I wouldn't just give it away because that stuff does have a place in my heart. But yeah, so that's big, guys. Please be looking for the post on that. Comment on it. Comment giveaway. And we will put your name in the drawing. And like I said, we'll do that this coming Sunday live on show. So just be on the lookout for that. So before we hop into the show, we're going to run our main sponsor for the night, and then we'll just get right into it.
One of the many things that we offer is a fence repair. And today we're out here in Longview, Texas. We are going to be replacing a rotten 4x4 post. Fence restored from Standing Tall. You can reach us at 903-619-6343.
All right, thank you, CBC, for that. We appreciate it. Hold on, Derek. Hold on. We have some breaking news here. Hold on a second. Hold on.
This is live breaking news on Tired Sports Network. Michael Vick will be the next head coach at Norfolk State.
Listen, man, that was huge. I'm not sure if anybody else was paying attention to that this weekend, but I did. I don't know if it's because I like Michael Vick, but
I got to tell you, I think Dion has started a trend that's not going to end very well.
For some people, yes, I agree.
I'm gonna be honest. I think a lot more teams, especially smaller schools, are going to pop in the Michael Vicks, or the Ray Lewis is going to go coach at Jacksonville State East University or some crap like that to kind of get his stuff going. And man, it's not going to work. I think they're going to have to go, because everybody's not going to be Dion. Dion has that aura about him, and Michael Vick doesn't have that aura. Now, if I'm a quarterback and I want to learn to play quarterback, yeah, I'm going to go to Norfolk State and learn from Michael Vick. But if I'm a five-star Arch Manning, I'm not going to Norfolk State to learn from Michael.
So here's how I feel about this. I agree with you that there's going to be some of these coaches coming in, like down the road with some of these schools, that are going to be kind of like that situation. But it also depends on the situation. Like this situation here doesn't hurt nobody, I don't think. Now, the thing about it is Michael Vick has no experience actual head coaching anywhere. He was with the Atlanta Falcons in 19 as like an advisory role. Nothing crazy, but he was still a part of the team. So I think this is a good hire at this kind of university. Now, if I saw that he went to I'm just going to throw this out there because I can't think of anywhere like a big school that needs somebody. But let's just say he went to Florida State. Terrible hire because there's no experience. That's what I mean. Like for something like this, I think this is a great move for a school to see if they can revamp the university in the type of way, and bringing on a Michael Vick. Instantly, they will get some attraction from some like maybe 3 stars, 2-star, like some of the not as hyped quarterbacks.
There we go, right there. Vick was the offensive coordinator at Atlanta Legends American Alliance League. Anybody that can say that 5 times fast without messing up, I'll give you $10. That was a mouthful. Atlanta Legends American Alliance League.
Too many A's.
Yeah.
But I think this is a great hire. I want to see what he does at this level. Let's see if he can revamp this university. Now, again, I don't expect them to be great, but I expect, because of who he is and what he can bring to the game, I think this is a good hire. And I love it personally. I know a lot of people may not have liked Michael Vick. I thought he was a great quarterback. He did some.
I think he was an amazing quarterback.
I think he did some stuff off the field maybe that was kind of made him look bad. Don't know if it was true or not. Obviously people, whatever. But from a basketball football standpoint, I think this is a great hire for them, and I hope he does well.
I think he could go down as possibly one of those like what ifs in the NFL, because he missed a span there of was it 18 or 28 months, something like that, where he wasn't in the league, and that was kind of right in prime, because he comes back and goes to Philly, and he balls out at Philly. I mean, he looked really good at Philly. And so you almost wonder, man, what if. You really do. I think he would have got out of Atlanta. I don't think Atlanta was going to win a championship with him. So I think he would have got out of Atlanta and went somewhere. And I'll tell you where he would have been amazing at. Would have been freaking, this is for you, Josh, Minnesota with Randy Moss.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, it's correct. That
Michael Vick
Jackson? How's it going, man?
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Sorry, we're not missing anything. We're just like having a lot going on.
I'm keeping up with it.
But yeah, I mean, what happened in Atlanta sucked, and when he did come back to the Eagles, he did ball out. I mean, there is a little bit of what if from here. What if that doesn't happen? What if he doesn't take almost 2 years off? Like, what happens with Michael Vick? Does he get that MVP? Does he take Atlanta further than what they ever went? I mean, it's so many what ifs. Well, on to the kind of some obviously we're from Texas, so a little both of these are kind of Texas, a Texas kid, and then a Texas something happened big and potentially happening in Texas big in high school, even going into the college in a way. So Caden Slater committed to Colorado. That was surprising a little bit because of the whole juju, them signing him.
Yeah, that was my biggest thing.
But for Dion, this is massive because now you have a veteran quarterback in a sense. I would say a veteran because he's going in year 4. He's from Texas. He's from Cedar Hill. He went to Cedar Hill High School. Freaking phenomenal
Longhorn.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh
man, you want me to tell you something? Let me ask you this. This is where this portal stuff gets kind of fishy. Because do you think he pulled the gun a little too early on going to Colorado? Because I have something in mind, and I want to get your thoughts on it.
Obviously, I mean, you could say he pulled it too early, but what I'm thinking is like, okay, so look at all the schools out there. Like I'm talking about big name schools because like he's legit quarterback. Like he has over 50 touchdowns in college. I know that may not seem like a lot.
Okay. That's where I'm going with this. You think he's a legit quarterback, correct?
Oh yeah, I do. I mean, I personally
could he lead a Power 4 conference to a conference championship with the right weapons?
If Dion gets the right weapons, I could see them winning the Big 12 next year. I do.
Okay, let me flip this on you.
Now, the right weapons, and I want to say one thing too about that. The right weapons means offensively and them having a defense because you can score as much as you want, but if you can't stop nobody like Colorado hasn't been able to do really for 2 years, it doesn't matter what you have offensively because if you can't stop somebody, it doesn't matter what you have on the offensive side of the ball.
Right, absolutely. So what if there was a team that needs a quarterback who just signed the number 1 and number 2 receiver in the 2025 class?
And you're talking about Oregon.
I'm talking about Oregon. They need a quarterback.
Let me tell you why Oregon didn't go after him. My opinion, because they're going to go. Yep, that's exactly
I agree with that as well. But that's what I was kind of thinking about as far as because I don't know really how the portal works. Like I don't know where there's an opening and a closing, and I don't really know how all that works.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why I think they need to wait and push all this. Don't get me started, Cecil.
I saw that. I was ignoring it. I saw it. I was hoping you didn't see it.
But I think they need to push it back to after the bowl season.
I do. I agree.
Say that it ends next week, okay, and then say Oregon doesn't get Quinn Ewers. I guarantee you, Oregon would have went after Slater, 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But they weren't pursuing him because they thought Quinn might be coming. And so I think he just kind of jumped the gun at a big-time school that wanted him and went with it.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Because I guarantee the portal doesn't close until after the season's over because of the playoffs at least, right? So let's just say this. If you have Oregon sitting here, you have Quinn Ewers or Caden Slater. Though, like let's say that it was their 2 guys. Who would Oregon want more? And they would want Quinn more because of he's played at the big school. Now, Liberty's been great.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
Now, Liberty's been great with Caden Slater. He has balled out for them every year he's played. But that's what I'm saying is, regardless of the situation, I think he got a commitment from Dion. So he gave that commitment back to Dion saying, listen.
So it closes next Saturday, December 28th. And then it reopens. And then it reopens April 16th through April 25th.
So that's when we'll see a lot of these like people that are playing now. If they were to leave, that's when they would leave.
Yeah.
It would be in April. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. I do agree they need to push this back till after the bowl games and then have it open during the off season from like February through April. Not during the season and then right when the bowl games and playoffs start, then reopen it again 3 months later. Again, that's my thought. But yeah, I think this is a great signing. I mean, I like him. Again, he's a Texas kid.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He has over 50 touchdowns, has almost 6,000 passing yards. I mean, I think he's a legit quarterback.
I mean, they were in prime position to make the college football playoffs.
Yeah.
until they blew up their skirt and lost 2 back-to-back. One to App State, the unwinless team.
Yeah, Liberty was projected to make outside of Boise, they were going to be the other team to make it.
They were going to be the 12th seed, possibly.
Right, possibly, but yeah, great signing. I think this gives Dion a veteran. Like he has Juju, and then like he starts Caden, and if Caden doesn't do well, he has that freshman. So I think this is kind of because like I'm not going to say Caden was better than Shedeur. I'm not going to go that far, but I'm saying he has the ability to be as good, if not better, because I mean he's been playing. Liberty. He's been playing Liberty for this is his second year. He played 1 year at Tennessee, 2 at Liberty, and then now he's at Colorado. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a great signing. And then the other big thing here is you see it. I mean, this is for Texas only, but there has been a bill that has been proposed today to the UIL committee that if you have 1 year to be able to transfer to another athletic district in any sport, just for sports, that's nuts. That is nuts. Because
especially
now,
in the DFW area, because if you've got 3 teams in the DFW area who are
actually 4.
Who are you adding? Allen?
No, I'm adding DeSoto, Duncanville, North Crowley, and South Oak Cliff.
Oh, and South Oak Cliff,
and Allen too. You can say 5. You can go as far as saying Allen.
And I mean, you're talking 5 teams that are nationally ranked in the top 30 year in and year out. That could all just be like, hey, everybody come to this school and let's go beat the Dallas Cowboys. And they and they could. I mean, and theoretically, I'll just look at Duncanville. They've got the number 1 quarterback in the nation, the number 3 quarterback in the nation, the number 1 wide receiver in the nation. The DeSoto running back is the number 1 running back in the state of Texas. They've got the number 1 offensive lineman in the state of Texas at DeSoto. That's just on the offensive side of the ball. North Crowley's got the number 1 linebacker in the state of Texas that's committed to Texas. I mean, it's nuts, dude. I cannot believe that this was even presented. I cannot believe that.
Because I think it's going to be for more like I think if you're in your junior season, let's say you're in your junior season, you're like good, but you're looking to get to the next level. Now you're just going to go team up with a bunch of crazy team that's already good, and now you're just going to be absolutely unstoppable. You're going to run through everybody. You're going to go win a state championship as you should, and it's done. So I thought that was some pretty big news.
Yeah, that's wild
in Texas high school sports. So I wanted to throw that up there. All right. Well, so before we get into our playoff bracket, we have officially filled them out. We even had Jim get involved. We're super excited about that. We're going to run another quick ad. And then we're going to get right into the college football playoffs and some potential bowl games this weekend that we're going to talk about.
Drew Henkel. Therapeutic is located in South Tyler. Drew specializes in deep tissue work to relieve your chronic aches and pains. Drew also offers sports massage or full-body stretch sessions for athletes or people who have tight muscles. Find him on Facebook or call him at 903-747-0417.
Comanche Tees is located in Longview, Texas. They are owned by Naomi Simmons. They specialize in making all kinds of custom apparel and hats for any occasion. You can scan the QR code on the screen to go to her Facebook, give her a call at 903-985-9120, or even email her at comanchetees24@gmail.com.
All right, listen, we're jumping right into gyms. That's what we're doing here. Jim, you're up.
I love it.
I hope you're here, Jim. I love it, Jim. I think your bracket is pretty.
It's almost spot on. I'm not going to say it was a little biased in there. Jim, we preach on being non-biased on this show, as you can tell with how much love we give the Cowboys on here. But seeing that G all the way in that last game, I think that might have been a little homer pick, Jim.
So you can see here, I mean, Jim, you have Texas beating Clemson first round. You got Ohio State winning against Tennessee. You got Penn State whooping up on SMU, I would assume. And then you have Notre Dame beating Indiana. So that's his first round picks. In the second round, he has Texas beating ASU, which
He likes everything but
Oh
the
my
Texas game.
God, Cecil. Hey, listen, I'm about to keep that jersey for myself. You keep up with this Texas talk.
Hey, don't y'all have a bet going on?
We do. We
for
do.
Saturday?
I mean, I'm still with it if he's with it. If Clemson wins, if Clemson beats Texas on Sunday or Saturday, I'm gonna get online. I'm gonna buy a Clemson shirt, and I'm gonna wear a Clemson shirt the rest of the playoffs on this podcast.
Oh, I like it.
And I'm gonna make sure I have it right here where you can see it every podcast. So,
And Cecil, if Texas wins and you get your shirt, you have to take a picture and send it to us, and we'll post it on the page.
Yep, exactly.
We'll post it on the page, or we can put it as a background for every time that we talk about the college football game. It would be on the screen.
That too. Oh, that's what I will do that. So, Cecil,
there you go.
Oh, we're shaking on it. Yeah, we're shaking through the stream here.
We got another one.
Okay. Hey, Brandon, I'm down. You down to do the bet too? I mean, I'm taking all the bets, baby. I'm all in.
He
on
wants
Texas.
all the smoke. He wants all of it.
I want all the smoke. So, listen, Clemson wins. I'm wearing a Clemson shirt throughout the playoffs, every show. If Texas wins, I expect to see now Brandon and Cecil send us a picture, and we're going to post it on our Facebook pages, all of our social media. So I'm excited about that. You got Oregon beat Ohio State. I mean, that's another rematch that I think that's should be a good game if Ohio State wins that game.
I think Ohio State fell off after the Michigan game. I think they struggled. They're not the same team that played Oregon in week 4, 6, whatever it was.
Yep. And then you have Boise, Penn State. Boise, listen, I mean, I know Josh isn't excited about that matchup. He can't be because, I mean, of who it is. And I'm going to say this. This is the one thing I want to say about this Boise team. I told everybody Travis was going to win. Not that I agreed, but I said Travis is going to win. Genty is going to run through this playoffs now. They just put another motivation in his head. Like, okay, y'all don't think I'm the Heisman? I'm going to show y'all I'm the Heisman. So, hold on. James Franklin hasn't won any big games ever, so boys are going to whoop. I mean, Brandon, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Josh would agree with you. He may not agree that they win, but he would agree they haven't won anything big. Ryan Day on the hot seat if this happens.
No.
Ryan
Day's already been told if he doesn't win a title, he's gone. If he doesn't, if he doesn't make it to the championship game, he's gone.
I think I'm gonna. I mean, that has been confirmed.
That has been confirmed. I've seen that last.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Sunday night, I guess. Saturday.
Okay, so let's hop on that for a second. If Ryan Day and Ohio State does not make it to the championship game, we're not even going to go as far as saying winning, but just making it. Who is the Ohio State head coach next?
Oh,
that's a massive field.
That's a massive field.
Who? Cecil, I thought we were friends.
Cecil said he's got Boise State winning it all.
Jim.
Mark.
Hellfish. Okay, so
I think they have to make a massive hire.
No, they got to go. They got to go big.
That's what I'm saying. I think they have to be.
I'm trying to think of who would they go get because they're going to have to steal. It's going to be a steal.
They're going to have to steal somebody. They're going to have to buy somebody out of a contract.
I'm going to call it right now. I know who's going to be the head coach. Nobody's going to like this at all. Nobody's going to like this, but I don't know why I see it happening, but this is what I see happening. You're going to hate it. It's your boy up there in Southern California.
Lincoln Riley?
Just watch and hear my words now. Lincoln Riley will be the next head coach at Ohio State. Mark my words.
I'll put a hot take on this one. A super hot take. It's going to be a reunion.
Hold on.
It's going to be a reunion.
No way you're thinking
Urban.
No way he comes
Urban
back.
Meyer. Why not? Why doesn't he come back? He won a national championship there. And they have better pieces now than they did when they won look there right there. Boom, Urban, boom, Myers. Hey, we're on the same page, fellas. That's a great hire. That's a great hire.
It's a great hire because he made Ohio State who Ohio State is, in my opinion, for all those years.
I would keep Chip Kelly as my offensive coordinator.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Do they promote Chip Kelly? Is that why? Is that why he? I mean, listen, he was at. Look what he did at Oregon. We have to give him props for what he did at Oregon.
Yes, he does get props for what he did for Oregon, but I think the entire college football is Oregon now. Speed and the jet sweeps and everybody recruits speed now.
Because you got to think, do they bring him in because did they bring him in to replace Day if this doesn't go as planned for them?
I make the phone call. I'll tell you that if I'm the athletic director and the boosters at Ohio State, I make that phone call and just check on it. He might say no. He might say no. I'm good, but why not? Why not make that call? That's a stacked team.
Yeah. But going back to Boise and just keep them close. Oh my God, Jim! Did we have Jim? Did we have Jim? Your band.
Oh, Jim.
If Belichick. Okay, so
great point.
Okay,
let's talk about the Belichick real quick.
Okay,
let's run through the brackets and then let's double back.
Yeah, let's run through the brackets and we're going to come back and talk about Belichick.
Hey, stay in here, Brad, because we're going to talk.
Everybody, stay in here. We're about to get back onto the Belichick. We haven't even hit on that yet at all, but we're going to hit on that tonight. I'm Ohio alumni Boise rival, but I'm cheering for Boise on. Listen, I know Josh. I'm not sure if he's in here. I know he was. I know Josh, but listen, Boise is going to go on a run. I'm telling you, this is a nightmare for Penn State. Not because Penn State's defense is elite, but they have not seen a Genty yet. Look what he did against Oregon. Over 200 yards, they lose by 3. I guarantee you Oregon does not want to see Boise because they've already played. So Oregon gets lucky. They don't have to see Boise. But I don't know if Penn State – because here's the thing. People still Boise State's quarterback and offense is still underrated outside of Genty. That quarterback is a good quarterback still. Remember, guys, they have an SEC offensive line. I'm telling you, that offensive line is not a Mountain West offensive line. It's built for this. It's built for these playoffs against these caliber teams.
I'm going to tell you what's going to hurt Penn State. What's going to hurt Penn State is and Josh
the coach
exactly. Josh has said this numerous times that Franklin struggles in big games. Okay, he just is not a big game coach. Well, to win the national championship, this is almost like an SEC schedule. You're playing big game, big game, big game, big game. 4 back-to-back big games. There's no way he's doing that, and he's going to struggle playing 2 back-to-back big games.
I think they struggle a little bit against SMU. And again, I'm not knocking the players. It's Franklin I'm knocking, and Josh would 100% agree with us if he was here right now.
Yes, he's like 0-15 in big time. Yes,
it's the coaching, not the players.
Not the players.
He fails the players, and I think they will beat SMU, but I think they will struggle a little bit. I think SMU will give them a little run. And then Notre Dame and Georgia. Jim,
Georgia wins that one. I would agree with Jim.
I agree, but I'm nervous about Georgia because we don't know what we're going to get. And I mean that respectfully because, listen, you have a quarterback coming in that he played good for them in that game against Texas. But this is a different stage. This is going for national championship. This is an SEC championship game. He did what he had to do to get them to where they won that game.
Let me ask you this: does Georgia have a Texas problem at quarterback?
Yes.
Beck did not look good in the first half of that SEC championship game, right? I think we all can agree.
They have the same issue Texas has. The exact same issue.
The backup came in and he led the second half. They led them to the win. We talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Does Beck go in and struggle, thinking,
"No,
I'm fixing to get pulled"? Get pulled.
Beck's not playing.
He's not playing at all.
As of right now, he's not playing this entire playoff. He is not playing. Beck's
Oh
out. That's what I'm
man, I
saying.
didn't see that.
He's out right now. They do not plan on letting him play this entire playoff. That's what I'm saying. This
Oh,
will
I
have to
didn't
be.
see.
Yeah, he's out. He's towards UCL. Yeah, he just said it. He towards UCL. He's out.
Oh, let me tell you something. The only way Georgia gets past the quarterfinals is defense. And if their defense does not show up, I don't care who they play, Indiana or Notre Dame. If Georgia's defense doesn't show up, I'm going to tell you right now, they're the 12th best team in this playoff.
The only team I think they could the only team I think they could be right here is probably Clemson and SMU. I'll give them 2. Those are maybe wins.
I don't know. SMU can score. If that defense doesn't show up, SMU will put up 40.
And Jim said next man up. Jim, I agree. It is next man up. But this is this isn't game 6 in the regular season. This is going into the this is
I love it. I love it.
That's hilarious, Brandon. That's
yes,
hilarious.
I love it.
All right, let's get through these brackets real quick. So you got Georgia beating Notre Dame. I mean, then you have Texas, Oregon. You have Oregon going. You have Georgia playing. So we're not going to tell y'all who Jim's playing. We're going to let Jim tell you who's going to win this thing. Let me play this real quick, and then we'll hop into our brackets.
Tired Sports, what's up, baby? Well, here we go. The most important college football game of the year. I'm picking the Natty, baby. I got the Oregon Ducks, and of course, you know, my dogs. It's going to be a slobber knocker. It's going to be a tough game, but I do believe that Georgia is going to win, and the score is going to be Georgia 38, Oregon Ducks 34. And there you go. Go Dogs.
You're the man, Jim. Every week you bring the video, and we love
Jim,
it.
I don't know what we're gonna do for you during off season, but we're gonna I don't know how we're gonna involve you, but I cannot.
We're gonna do. You got to pick golf on Sundays or something.
I cannot go a week without seeing a video. That's what I do know. I'm already gonna miss you next week because we're not gonna be on due to the holidays. But if it ain't a holiday thing, I don't know. We're gonna find something because I enjoy that every week. So Jim has it. He has Georgia winning by 4, and we'll see what happens. So mine and Derek's bracket. This was not planned. We did them separate.
This was not planned at all.
They're the same. So I'm just gonna leave Derek's up there. But Derek, I got a question. Knowing what you know about Georgia now, would you change anything? Knowing what you know now about Beck being out, do you change anything?
No.
Okay. I agree because I don't change either.
Because Kirby Smart has another week to prepare the defense. And I think the defense is going to show up for Georgia. I think well, I'll get to Georgia in a minute. We'll get to Georgia in a second. So Clemson, Texas. I mean, let's break that one down. Like you said, our brackets are the same, so we can kind of work through all of it together.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's closer than people think that it's going to be. I have Texas winning by 13, and I think that's going to be closer than most people think because, I mean, Clemson kind of got in onto the last second. I mean, they got in with a field goal, right?
They only get in because they win that conference championship.
That's it. So I think it's going to be closer than people think. And I just think Texas offensively is going to be a little too much for them.
Yeah, and Brad rightfully so. I mean, they listen, having Kirby is really big for them in that defense, but without having that quarterback that you can kind of rely on, them, you know, I don't know. Brandon said if Clemson comes out, let's just put it up here. If Clemson comes out red hot and they play against upset, they're going to handle Texas outright. Brandon, okay, let's talk about that for a second. And I'm not saying this because I'm a Texas fan, but what part of you thinks so? The Clemson has not faced a Texas defense. You got to remember, Texas defense is top 3 in the country, easily. they have not faced a Texas defense. I'm not going to say they're not going to score because I think Clemson, Cade's good. Cade is good, but this is a Texas defense they have not seen. Now,
let me ask you. Let me ask you this. We're talking about Texas defense right here. Let's go on the flip side. Has Texas's defense theoretically faced a offense like Clemson?
Yes.
Who?
Georgia. The first time.
No, I disagree. Remember what we talked about? It's easy to score when you start on the opponent's 20.
Okay, well, that's true because I'll agree with you on that because I was really big on that. I agree. I agree with that. But I just do not see them moving the ball on Texas like they did against SMU.
Who has been Texas's again, I've picked Texas too, so I'm on the Texas train for this.
Yeah. No,
but
sure,
I mean that's just a great question because who has been the best quarterback Texas has played?
It's a legitimate question. Legitimate answer is probably Carson Beck. Their best quarterback overall, like the best quarterback that they played was probably Carson Beck. It's a game and a half.
Again, I have to go back to the first game. I almost want to take the first game away because he threw 3 interceptions.
He did,
and the defense saved him. The defense, the field position game was. So, like I said, I think it's going to be closer than. And I've been high on
Clemson. Oh yeah, you have been all year.
Clemson, like I said, there was a 28 offensive play series where they scored for 28 straight series. 28 straight. And the offense, the starters didn't play theoretically 3 straight quarters in the second half.
I agree with that. And Brandon said Pitts was a top 20. Yeah, but Texas is top 3, man. Listen, I'm telling y'all, this Texas defense is insane. They are so underrated. They have been the most consistent defense all year. I'm not saying they've been the best, but consistency, they've been the most consistent all year. But I do want to give y'all one fun fact about this game. And listen, Jim knows. We played him twice. Texas scares me this year. I'm still having issues. They're legit. I'm telling y'all, listen, I'm not saying this because I'm a Texas fan. There's another thing in this game that I bet nobody knows about. And maybe except for Derek. And I'm not sure if Derek knows this. Cade and Quinn, senior years, played against each other in the state championship game.
In the state championship.
Cade beat him. I'm going to tell you right now, because of that is still on Quinn's mind. Texas will come out this game, and Quinn is going to light it up. Mark my words. He's going to get his revenge against Cade because they played against each other in the state championship, and South Lake Carroll lost to them. So, with that being said,
what we got next? Tennessee.
No. Hold on. No. Brandon, they did not get walked over by Georgia. Let's just be clear on that. Georgia did not walk over them. Let's just be clear. The first game, the first game
score looked like it.
But Texas's defense was wearing Georgia out. The only reason Georgia scores all them points is because short field advantage, and Texas defense just couldn't do it nowhere because offense was no help. And in the second game, the second game was neck and neck. I mean, the Georgia's offense threw him for a loop when that other quarterback came in. He was running a little bit. It kind of threw him off.
He was a runner, yes.
And Texas's kicker failed them. If that kicker makes both those field goals, which he has been accustomed to making, there is no overtime. There's no overtime game. Texas wins. And that's just a fact.
Yeah,
Texas,
I agree.
If those field goals go through. But Georgia's a great team. I don't want to see Georgia again. I don't. Even with this backup, I don't want to see them again because we've played them.
I'm going to tell you, you do want to see Georgia again. No shot that a team beats a team 3 times in one season. Y'all would destroy Georgia if you met again. I'm calling it. Sorry, Jim, but I'm just telling you.
What did Vince Lombardi say? I want to hear it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Listen. I want to say this too. I'm not knocking Clemson. Like, I think Clemson's a good team, but they're not.
They got to be. They're in the playoffs, right?
Right. They're not, but they're not on Texas's level. I'm telling you, this game will be a good one, but it's not. I love it. Hey, I want to quote that. Jim said,
Yeah.
"I don't want to see." Jim said, "I don't want
That's
to see
what I'm saying.
Texas again."
You don't want to see Texas. There's no shot that they beat them 3 times in a year. No way. All right, let's move on. Tennessee and Ohio State. I'll let you start this one.
Listen, Ohio State's done. Like y'all said, Ryan Day's out. I have Tennessee winning this game because that Michigan loss is still going to hover over them. That was a bad loss. Ryan Day gets fired. He don't even get to go to the press conference. They fire him on the spot. He's done. Tennessee. I love their defense. I love their defensive line. They still have a great front seven. The secondary is great. Ohio State, again, Brandon, Ohio State has lost themselves, and they're still lost themselves. I think it's a close game, but I think Tennessee pulls away and they win the game. That's really all I have on it. I think that Michigan loss is going to hover over them. Regardless, it hovers over them every year. They lose to them almost every year, whether they're good or bad. They find a way to lose to Michigan. And Tennessee, I think Tennessee is hungry. I think they're hungrier than Ohio State is right now because they made it in. And I just don't think Ohio State's going to be able to get it together. I think that locker room is still going to be in shock of the Michigan game. And I think Tennessee finds a way to win this game. I think it's a close game, but I just don't think Ohio State's going to be able to pull it out in the end.
I agree. I think it's going to be close. And the only reason I think it's going to be close is because Nico has disappeared. Nico, the first 3 weeks of the season, it was Nico for Heisman. He was unreal. But I think he had 3 touchdown passes in the last 5 weeks or something like that. Just completely fell off. And all right, Cecil, night, brother. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out.
Hey, Cecil, thanks for hanging out again. Thanks for the jersey. We appreciate that.
Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely, Cecil. Do you know how hard it has to be to know you have to win 4 straight games to save your job? Thinking if you walked in your job, say you sell Dr. Peppers, and you walk in your job Monday, and the boss says, "Hey, you got to sell 4 Dr. Peppers this week, or you're done." And you have 45 minutes to sell 1 Dr. Pepper on day 1. Man, you're scrambling. That's where Ryan Day is right now. He's scrambling.
I would say a Pepsi because Dr. Pepper will sell in about 5 minutes. But I see what you're going with it.
You're right.
I see where you're going with it.
Especially here. My daughter would buy freaking 9 cases if she could, but she's broke because she don't save her money. But anyway,
I see what you're saying. At least down in the South, Dr. Pepper's a big thing. So
the weight of this game is all on Ryan Day's shoulders. And Josh, if you're still watching, I'm not trying to throw a dig. Ryan Day is going to turn into James Franklin.
And Brandon, we're going to get into that. We're just going to go like each round, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, we're going. But yeah, I've got Tennessee. Not bad, but because I don't know what Nico's going to show up. Now I will tell you this: if Tennessee runs the ball and controls the clock, they could win by 10 or more. Because that's Sampson. Dude, that dude is a monster. He is a great running back. I think he was the SEC Offensive Player of the Year.
He's a phenomenal running back. All right, SMU Penn State. We have Penn State.
I think the defense wins it for Penn State.
The defense, yeah, for sure. I think Aller plays great, but still, I think just the defense overwhelms SMU because this is not this is a team SMU. This is not Clemson by any means.
No. SMU. Penn State's offense will struggle because James Franklin can't call plays. But they do just enough. Fires and goes to Florida State. I could see that. But
there's no way he goes to Florida
Their
State.
defense carries them in this game because SMU is built to throw the ball around. And I think Penn State's front seven is going to get to them. I don't know if their offensive line can hold up against that defensive front.
I agree. I think Penn State wins this game. I'm not going to say easily, but it may not look easy, but I think it's going to be pretty easy for them. All right, Indiana, Notre Dame. We picked Indiana.
A&M did it, so Florida State will probably do it too.
Norville's terrible.
Yeah, we picked Notre Dame. I mean, we picked Indiana over Notre Dame. Indiana just had a bad. But they're a good football team. We talked about it. I think they just had a bad. Indiana and Ohio State reminded me of Texas, Georgia round 1.
Mm-hmm.
Texas and Indiana came out completely flat. They got hit in the mouth quick and really didn't know how to recover.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I think Indiana was completely shell shocked because of what they had been doing. I think they just beat Nebraska by 50 the week before.
It was like 56-7. I mean, it was pretty bad.
It was something like that. Yeah. So, man, I'm not a Notre Dame fan at all. I've been on ever since the North. I don't think they should have made the playoffs. If they did, they should have been a 12 seed. I don't think they should be an independent school. I mean, I'm not trying to get off on that rant again, but that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I think Indiana wins this game.
I think it's big. I mean, I think that it's probably the biggest win of the weekend.
Yeah, I agree. I like this Indiana team. Like, we still don't know what they really are because all they did was face Ohio State. Now they have another true challenge, right? And I think they live up to the hype this time around. And I think they upset, and technically is an upset, and they would beat Notre Dame, and Indiana moves on. All right, Texas, Arizona State. Started off, Derek. What you think here?
So I do want to just preference this. Arizona State will be back-to-back Big 12 champions. Okay. They're going to win it next year because they're bringing back a quarterback who I think is on his way to a Heisman finalist. I don't think he'll win it before he leaves, but I think he'll be a finalist because he is absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
They have a running back who is a lot like Genty. I mean, he's a downhill guy. He's not going to dance and prance. I mean, when he's getting the ball, he's coming at you. I think they have a great offensive line. I think their game planning, like I said, that one game that I watched with them in BYU, they had Scatterboo in the Wildcat. They had a fullback to his left and an offensive tackle to his right, and they ran a freaking counter. They pulled the guard, the offensive tackle went, the fullback went, and Scatterboo could have went for 97 if it was on the opposite 3 because that hole was so wide.
Mm-hmm.
He runs like Isaiah Pacheco. He is just mad when he runs. Well, with that being said, obviously you see I have Texas picked here.
Scatterboo. Yeah, we love saying his name.
Yeah. And I think Scatterboo has a good game. I will tell you this. I think this game is close for Texas versus Arizona State. I think Texas wins by 14, but I don't think in any other realm that Arizona State should even be this close with Texas. I mean, this is Arizona State's secondary is what's gonna hurt them. Texas has way too many offensive weapons, and I think it shows in the second half.
And what's going to happen with this Arizona State team? I have Texas winning as well. Scatterboo is only going to be able to do so much. And I mean that. Again, this is not going to be a Big 12 defense they're facing. They're facing a top college football defense. Scatterboo is going to get his. He's going to. But I will say this. If he gets less than 100, I'd be happy because I think that's what he should get against this Texas defense. I'm telling you, everyone's going to see how legit this Texas defense is in this playoff. They are. Brandon, by the way, Arizona State does have some good wideouts, but their best one is out. So we'll see how that.
Their best one broke his collarbone.
So with that being said, I mean, guys, we can't compare Texas to Iowa State. We can't do it because they're not on that level. Arizona State did what they should have done against them. I'm just telling y'all, this Texas defense is legit, and not to be a burner, but they're going to be even better next year. I'm telling you right now, this Texas defense is insane. I'm telling you, if Arch was the quarterback this year, Texas would be the favorite in this college football playoff, and they're still a favorite in some people's eyes. They're not even my favorite because I still don't trust the offense yet, unless I see something different in these first few games that would make me think otherwise. But Arizona State's they're gonna get some points, but I have Texas winning 14. Even I wouldn't be surprised if they won by 21. I'm not gonna go that high, but because I do like Scatterboo, I do like that that Arizona State offense. I just don't think they're going to be able to do what they want to do against that Texas defense when it's all said and done. But I think it's going to be a good game.
I would say 14-21 would be a fair
margin of victory. And again, I'm not knocking on Arizona State. It's just they're getting the luck of the draw here facing Texas in the second game. That's just what happens. Tennessee, Oregon. This is not going to be a game. I'm sorry.
I don't think so either.
This is not going to be a game.
Anything under 20.
Altogether say Scatterboo. I love Scatterboo, man.
If it's under 20, that's a massive win for Tennessee.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I don't think Nico is going to do good at all. Like I said, he's disappeared the last 3-5 weeks. But yeah, I think this is pretty much.
Yeah, Oregon's going to blow the roof off Tennessee. I think that game's not going to be good for Tennessee. This next game's interesting. We have Boise winning.
It's not. I'm just being honest. You're going to find a theme. You're going to find a theme out here. Okay. Ashton Jeanty had played 13 games this year.
Mm-hmm.
And proved that he was the Heisman Trophy winner. And he was snatched out from under him. Okay? Completely robbed. So now, Ashton Jeanty is going to go on a 3-game bender. And is going to prove why he is not only a top 10 college player of all time, but a top 3 running back of all time in college football history. And I'll break it down every game when we get there.
Yeah. I'll start with the Penn State Boise listen. Again, this is a big game for Franklin. I think
is this a win or go home for Franklin? Or win or get fired?
Nah, I think they'll keep him.
So?
They've kept him this far. Why let him go now? I'm sure Josh has been wanting him gone for years now.
Yeah, but it's a possibility. To a Mountain West team in the playoffs when you're favored.
Yeah, that might be the straw in the hat for them. It might be, but I just don't think they're going to be able to stop Jeanty enough, man. Penn State has a great running game too. I picked Boise.
I think that's the key. I think the running games are the key because if Boise runs the ball well and controls the time of possession, it keeps Penn State's running back off the field. If Penn State runs the ball well, it keeps Jeanty off the field.
Yeah. I think Jeanty.
You don't ever hardly hear about that. Like how you hear, it's Brady versus Manning, or it's always quarterback versus quarterback. This game will
be running back
versus
running back.
Singleton. Yeah, you don't ever hardly hear that.
Yeah, I just don't think Penn State's just. I don't know, man. I hate it for Josh because I just don't know if they can stop that Boise offense. I just don't think. I say offense because I do think Boise and Penn State's offense is almost the same.
Yeah,
their offenses are almost the same. The quarterbacks are good enough to be great, and the running backs are phenomenal. This is honestly a more even game when you look at it than it is, but I just don't think Penn State can win the big game. I don't trust in Franklin. So that being said, I picked Boise. I'm on the Boise train. I told y'all Jeanty was going on a run. He got robbed, and he's going to prove why he should have been the Heisman. And this will be the first game he gets to prove. Georgia, Indiana. Unfortunately, this is where it ends for Indiana. I just don't think they're. Yeah, this is the game where they're just not going to be able to win. This is the game. Oh God, I'm not sure if Josh would be pissed if that happens.
Yes, he would. He'd be hot.
Who's the better coach, him or Franklin? I mean, it's got to be Ryan Day, right?
Yeah,
He's won
I
big
think Ryan
games.
Day is probably a better recruiter as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Penn State has great recruits, but Ryan Day is a better coach to me. I don't. He may be mad because it's Ohio State, but in the end, it would be a better option for Penn State. But yeah, back to this Georgia Indiana. I mean, this isn't. I don't want to say it's not going to be a game for Indiana, but I mean, we don't even know if that's going to be the game. But just based off what we expect, I just don't think they can keep up with Georgia. I think Georgia will run the ball great in this game. That will.
Now ETN is a major
Mhm.
wild card. If he plays like he did, and that might be what they do. They might take the ball out of the quarterback's hand and say, "Hey, run the ball. Let's run the ball. Let's go from there."
Yeah. And so I think that's what happens. I think Georgia kind of cruises through this game. It may not be a big win, but it'll be big enough, like 10 maybe just 7, but just enough because it's going to be a lot of running going on. And then back to this. Okay, let's start at the bottom. We haven't started at the bottom. Georgia Boise. Start with that. Georgia Boise State.
Boise. I mean, as good as Georgia's defense is, I believe Texas had 150 yards rushing on them
Something
in the
like
SEC
that.
championship game. It was something like that. And I hate to tell you, but Genty is better than anybody that Texas has on their backfield.
I mean, Genty is the best running back in this entire college football playoff. I mean,
I 100% agree.
By
and like
far.
And we've already talked about they have an SEC line.
Mm-hmm.
They have a Power 4 line. And matter of fact, 8 weeks ago, I think we had a show where we talked about just the Boise State offensive line. We didn't even bring up Genty's name.
Jim said Genty scares me. Genty, oh man, he's good, man.
He is going to. This will be his toughest game.
Oh yeah.
When I say toughest, I'm saying 36 carries, maybe like $140. I mean, not a high carry, low yardage type of game, but a clock eating type of game. Keep the offense off the field. You control the game when you're running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's going to happen. And I think that's why they beat Georgia. And I think this is a low-scoring game. I think this is a 21-17, 24-14 type of game.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm watching the state game, and I had to see this team score. This is an insane game. But yeah, I think that I agree 100% with you. I think this is where, unfortunately, I think this is where Georgia would lose. Because Genty, again, I'm telling you, he's about to go on this tear that, like, I don't think anybody wants to face Boise State right now because of what just got taken from him. And I hate to say this, Jim, because I love you, Jim, but I think this is where Georgia's tenure would end. Now, I will say this. If there was a slight chance that Beck could play, like I'm not sure if he has to have surgery. I'm not sure if they're just going to let it heal on its own. And with tearing that UCL, I wouldn't play him. But if we were to see him, I think this is the game where we would see him. If we were to see him, because this would be in my opinion, their toughest game out of the two they had played at this point. Or well, technically the one. This would be their second one. But I just don't think Georgia's going to be able to stop that horse, man. And this is the.
And I do want to say this. I do want to put this out there. If Boise somehow loses to SMU or Penn State or whoever, I would have Georgia going to the national championship. I think Georgia and Boise are the only two that'll come out of this bottom bracket.
Okay. I like that. I think that's a fair statement. All right, Texas, Oregon. I'll start with this.
I'll let you start. Yeah.
This is the heartbreaker for me. I haven't seen enough from Texas to tell me they could beat Oregon right now. I think their defense is elite, but that offense is for Oregon's on another level. I think Texas would keep it close, but I think they would lose by probably 10, like a 20, 35, 24, 28, something like that. I just don't think Texas has the firepower to beat Oregon. So I would actually have Oregon moving on to the championship game for me. I mean, I just don't think Texas has it right now. Again, I haven't seen nothing from Texas so far that would make me think otherwise. But I think right now, Oregon would beat Texas, and it would be Oregon moving on to the championship game.
So I have, obviously, Oregon beating Texas as well. I have a freaking shootout, bro. I'm talking 40-something to 40-something. 40-something to 38. I think they both can score. I think they both have good defenses, but I think the offenses could literally be that good. If Quinn is clicking on all cylinders and Isaiah Bond gets loose or the running backs get loose out of the backfield, I mean, it could be explosive. And if you get into a shootout with Oregon, 58-21. Holy crap.
Brandon, that's not going to happen. They're not going to get embarrassed.
You might be trolling on that one, Brandon. That might be a troll pick right there.
Come on. Texas. Why does everybody think Texas is that bad, man? Defensively, their defense is so good. It's their offense that makes them struggle. The offense
That's
is
what
not
I'm saying.
what
If the offense gets to clicking, I really think this could be a shootout. And I would love nothing more than a shootout in the semifinals.
Oh, I would love a shootout.
First college football playoff. Runs the run and shoot bread off. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
They do, and they're so good at it. But I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let everybody see because I'm telling you, this Texas defense is telling y'all.
So with that being said,
I have Texas losing. I have Texas losing, so I'm not like biased. I'm not like, oh, Texas all the way. They're going to lose it. I think they will lose this game.
We're down to the national championship. We're down to Boise State Broncos and the Oregon Ducks round 2.
All right, you got one.
I told you this. I told you this when I sent you my bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Genty is going on a Vince Young-like tear. When Young lost the Heisman to Reggie Bush, if you watch, there's a small documentary about it. He said he was pissed. He said there was no way he was losing to Reggie Bush again. And what did he do? He took control and he won the freaking national championship. I think Genty becomes the first player ever to win MVP of the championship game on the losing team. I think he has 250 plus yards and 4 touchdowns in a 38-31 loss to Oregon. And I have Oregon winning the national championship. I think I'm telling you, dude, I wasn't gonna do the Genty thing. I wasn't gonna be, like as you talked about it. I wasn't gonna be go on the tear and did you see what he said about the Heisman ceremony?
He said he should have won. He was very blunt. He said
After
I should
that,
have won. Oh no, I didn't see that.
He said I should have got up and walked out. When Hunter was called, I'm gonna tell you right now, if he would have got up and walked out, I'd have picked Boise by 20 in every single game. If he would have got up and just walked right out of the ceremony, I would have said Boise by 20, no matter who they played, all the way through the playoffs. Because he would have been that mad. But I do have him losing by 7 in the national championship game. But I think he gets the MVP. I think he has 2 200-yard plus games in these playoffs. Out of the 3 games, he's going to go for 2 bills in 2 of them.
Well, I didn't even tell nobody who I thought went in. I'm sticking on the train, baby. Boise winning the Natty.
Taking Boise.
I'm taking Boise. If my team is going out, rightfully so, I'm picking Boise. I got Ashton Genty going nuts. I told y'all he's going to go nuts this entire playoff. I think that.
Oh, Brandon, nuts. I don't want to get on the thing. They have the Heisman Trophy winner. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Genty is the Heisman Trophy winner. It didn't have nothing to do about strength of schedule. Nothing. If that was the case, he wouldn't even have been in the running. That's how I look at it. Because
But Brandon, his offensive line,
the big
his offensive line
exactly. They held the number one team in the nation. He had over 200 yards and 4 touchdowns.
That was the second game of the year.
Exactly. And you can't sit here and say that Travis Hunter played an SEC schedule in the Big 12. Everybody for 25 years, the Big 12 does not play defense.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say he paid for it, but I think it'd be pretty close.
Listen, I'm going.
Okay,
Boise by 3. My championship is for Boise. I'm going right now. I love Oregon. I love what they do.
I like it.
But Boise, Gentry's going on a tear. He's going to do his thing. He's going to prove everybody that he was the rightful winner for the Heisman, and then he's going to go off and he's going to win a national championship and bring it to Boise, and then we're just that's what I think is going to happen. And I'm not picking against Oregon because they beat Texas. I mean, I picked them to beat Texas for a reason. But because of what I saw Gentry do in the first game, he's going to duplicate that. If not he's probably going to do more because I'm telling you, he is pissed right now. I would not be surprised.
I'm going to throw this hot take out there. You know me, I love hot takes. If Boise State wins the national championship and Ashton Gentry gets the trophy on stage and does the Heisman Trophy pose, I will follow whatever team that he goes to. They'll become my new favorite team.
Okay.
In the NFL.
I love it.
If he does, could you imagine him doing the Heisman pose with a national championship in his hand? Like, screw you, Travis Hunter. You know you stole it from me. You should have denied it. You should have said, no, he deserves it, but you did it. So this championship is on you. Oregon, you can thank him for that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. But I do think that Boise's going to win now. Hey, I'm not biased. I didn't pick Texas to win. I didn't pull a Jim. Sorry, Jim.
Yeah, I didn't pick A&M to win either. So yeah, we're not biased.
No. He said if they get the states, no way I'm cheering them on. Well, I will. They clobbered the Cowboys.
Who's your NFL team, Brandon? Just curious. I mean, it's probably like Atlanta or Tampa Bay. It's gonna be somebody like that if he don't want for the Saints.
But while Brandon's answering that question,
it's gonna be Carolina.
Rise up.
Rise up, Atlanta.
Oh, we have a good segment coming for you.
Yes, we sure
pretty
do.
Soon. Pretty soon. Stick around. You're gonna love a little segment we have going on. So before we hop into do you want to talk about a few of the bowl games, Derek, or you just want to move on to NFL?
We could go straight into the. I mean, well,
there's like 1 or 2 bowl games. I know. Well, there's one I know we want to talk about. So let me see here. Let me see something real quick. So yeah, before we hop into a couple bowl games, or at least one of them, we're going to run a quick 25 second ad, and then we're going to hop into that bowl game, at least that one, and then we'll move on to the NFL side of things. All right, so I know this was a game we wanted to talk about. This is a bigger game. This Tulane versus Florida. Well, real quick, James Madison beat West Kentucky tonight, 27-17, and UNLV in California. Yep, we sure did. And UNLV in California is playing now. UNLV is up 14-10, almost halfway through the second quarter. So. And then last night, Memphis beat West Virginia 42-37, and that was a crazy game. I watched some of it. The ending of that was nuts.
The fumble and the giving himself up. I hate that rule. I think that's good for quarterbacks, but man, that was a tough way to go down. So,
hey, Derek, who created that commercial? Actually, Brandon, I actually created that, by the way, if that's what you were talking about. Just FYI, Brandon, I think you're new here. Maybe I've never seen you unless I missed something.
He's with the Sports Nuts guys.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So, Brandon, I'm kind of the graphics guy. Not to take away from Derek is phenomenal. He handles like the social media side of our podcast. He's really big on the social media side stuff.
I already pumped you up to him. I said,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah. But yeah, so Tulane, Florida, man, this game is going to be way better than what the records show.
100% agree.
Florida is favored by 13.5. I'm happy for Florida. They're favored by almost 2 touchdowns in the game.
For not making, they needed to win. What was it? 3 out of their last 4, and it was against great teams.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. They went on like a little tear, and I'm so happy for them.
I love DJ. We love DJ Lagway. He's from Texas, so
sure.
Of course we love what he's doing over there.
I'm disappointed in Tulane. I had them. This was another team. Now I don't know if this could have happened, but do you know that there was a chance Boise, Tulane, and Liberty all made the playoffs?
There at one point, yeah.
At one point, that was it, and I picked Tulane to actually be the higher seed. I had them over Boise, and they just kind of fell off at the end. So the high hopes that I had for them, plus the absolute wreckage that Florida has been doing, I love this game. I love this matchup. And there's big news coming out with Tulane right now about possibly going to the Pac-12. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. A few teams.
Texas State, Tulane, Memphis. I'm loving what the Pac-12 is putting together. They
Pac-12, please come back. Pac-12, don't give up. Please get up. Please make a conference and please add Notre Dame to it because I need to see them because I'm tired of seeing them getting to eat.
No, do not add Notre Dame because the conference will be weak. Do not add Notre Dame. Make them go to the Big Ten. Make them go to the Big Ten. Don't let them sneak over there.
I just want them in a conference at this point, Derek. That's all I'm trying to say.
Listen. This is what ticks me off, man. They play in the ACC in basketball. Carry your butt to the ACC in football and be done with it. Not being it's so stupid, man. It's so stupid. Yes, Texas State. It's Texas State, Tulane, Memphis, Boise. I'm trying to think who the other one was. There was one more. There was one more that they were going to talk about, Brandon. Yeah. But yes, I hope Florida wins this one. I know they're favored, but you don't know what Florida you're going to get. Yes, Utah State.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, I hope. I don't know if Florida wins by 13.5. I think it's close because I think Tulane is a good football team. So I would.
I think Florida win. I'm going Florida by 14. I'm gonna cover it.
Oh, you gonna cover?
I'm gonna cover it. Yeah, I'm gonna cover it, man. I think Florida's like going into next year. Yeah. I'm gonna go. Florida's beat some good teams this year. Surprising.
I'm gonna tell you what helped Florida is when they came out and said, "Billy Napier, you're safe."
Yep.
When they said, "Billy Napier, you're safe," that saved Florida's season.
Mm-hmm.
And I think winning this game is going to really help their recruiting in the portal for the Springs because a lot of people aren't going to leave. So yeah, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I agree. I like this game. Let's see. Well, that's already on the bracket. You have Ohio State, Jackson. I mean, that should be a good game. That was Jackson State won their conference, so did Ohio. So that should be a pretty good game. I like
Ohio.
I was about to say, you know what? You picked Ohio. I'll pick Jackson State. I'll just go different. One of us has to win here.
Yeah.
And then Georgia Southern and Sam Houston. I'm gonna go Sam Houston.
I'm gonna go Sam Houston.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go Sam there.
That's a homer pick. That's okay.
Mm-hmm. Sam Houston. Shout out to Seth. I haven't heard from Seth, but potential school.
Potential. Yeah, we might need to reach back out.
I need to reach out back to him to see if he's committed yet. And Cal, they're playing right now, but I would have picked UNLV without looking at the score. But they are up. But okay. Well,
All right, Brandon,
Moving-
here you go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have some more breaking news that just hit the market here.
We have breaking news coming out of the NFL. Kirk Cousins is being benched for Michael Penix.
6 weeks too late.
Finally.
Yes.
Finally, we got the switch. We've been talking about this for 6 weeks, literally.
Yeah. I mean, what do you do now? Like, what do you if Penix isn't the guy? I mean, he goes out there and in the last 4 games, he's 1 touchdown, 9 interceptions, just like Cousins. Theoretically, are you looking in the draft for back-to-back first-round quarterback?
No, because
or do you just let him grow for a year?
well, if he has 1 touchdown, 9 interceptions, that's a win because Kirk Cousins is doing it. Like, you're not getting any worse, right? You're not getting worse with them. Now, is that the result?
You're not getting much younger either because Penix is 27.
He's young. I don't see him going 1-9. I don't.
Oh no, I don't need. I think he's going to be good, but I'm just saying at your worst case scenario.
Now,
I'll tell you what I do. I would look if he does struggle, and I'm not saying necessarily 1-9.
Listen, they're playing the Giants too. I mean,
well, yeah, but
I
would look for a late round quarterback. I would look for like a Dylan Gabriel in the 4th, something like that.
Atlanta wins it with him. See, so Brandon,
got the pieces.
So you're the Atlanta guy here. Do you like this move for Atlanta? Do you think it's too like? Would you have wished it happened a few weeks ago, or do you think it's the right timing? Kind of give us your thought on it because you're an Atlanta guy here. Because we thought this should have happened. I mean, we've been talking about it for 6 weeks at least, talking about this switch, and now it's happening. Actually, Derek had him playing against the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's how long ago it should have been.
I actually think about it, Kirk. I want him off the sunset, but I understand the move. Yeah, I mean, it's the right move. I mean, you draft him. Kirk Cousins is not producing for the offense, and it's time to give Penix a shot to prove. I'm going to be watching this game because I want to see Penix play. I mean, I saw him play last year when they beat Texas. I mean, obviously, he played great. I mean, I think he can be a great quarterback. Yeah, I mean, I agree. He fell off real quick. I mean, 1 touchdown, 9 interceptions over the last 4 games. That's like it's more than 2 interceptions a game, and you're not even throwing 1 a game.
They have so many weapons. Robinson is the running back. Kyle Pitts has been so vastly underutilized. I mean, it is a crime.
Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson's been underutilized for 2 years. Drake London. I mean,
yeah. I mean, that's
I mean,
wild.
You throw 112 yards against the Raiders. I was not surprised to see Penix in the game. I think the only reason
against the Raiders, yes.
The only reason I think they didn't put him in is because they were winning. That's the only reason. Not that it wasn't close. It was like 15-9 or something like that. It wasn't a great game.
Do you think he's a bust, or do you think he's just not being used properly?
Man, Kyle Pitts is insane.
Kyle Pitts is good. I just don't think Atlanta has used him the right way. I mean, yes, when you got Kirk Cousins throwing to you, you don't get used the right way anyway.
Really? Like you're saying the city of Atlanta, the team? Like, I mean, okay.
Wow.
Well, we'll have to see. We'll
Jerry,
see if
Jerry throw a 6th-round pick at him. Bring him in.
Hey, yeah, give me Kyle Pitts.
Okay, but listen. This is my question: is he a lazy route runner and doesn't try because he's not? I mean, Cousins isn't getting him the ball anyway.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
why go out there and kill yourself if Kirk Cousins is your quarterback? That's what I'm saying. Like maybe this move not only revitalizes the Atlanta offense, but revitalizes Pitts as well. Almost like the change of scenery type thing.
Yeah, but see, I wasn't high on Ritter either. I don't know, man. Like
I wasn't high.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see in this game. Was Matt Ryan. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not giving up on Kyle Pitts. I love that dude. Is man. I want to see what he does with Penix. If Penix comes in and they connect and they're like the chemistry's there, you could see a whole different offense. Maybe this was the change the city needed to see who Atlanta is now.
Yeah.
Because they have the chance to still win the division. The division's not good. That's the thing they have going for them. But
the Bucks kind of fell off a little bit.
But the Bucks, well, listen, the Bucks are coming on. Mike Evans
they're coming
is back.
on. They're coming back.
So the Falcons, we can have them. Okay. Pitts, come on to Dallas, baby.
Come on to Dallas. We don't have a quarterback either to throw to you, but we'll figure something out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, Cooper
hey,
Rush
there we go. Hey, we'll trade y'all Dak for Pitts. Straight up.
Oh, that's an even trade. I'll take it. You can have Dak with Kurt with all that money behind Penix, both of them. Just take the money.
Sure.
We need to get rid of the money. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens though. I'm gonna be watching this game Sunday just because I want to see Penix play. I'd rather y'all trade a rack of ribs. Hey, I'll trade a rack of ribs.
Nah, bro, we're not giving up Texas ribs. I know y'all want them. Y'all can't have them. Y'all can't do, but y'all don't do barbecue like we do.
Yeah, well, I don't know. In Atlanta and Georgia, they probably do, but not anywhere else. Georgia probably has some good barbecue. I can only imagine. But let's hop into the NFL games this weekend. Man, a lot of
must win for both teams.
I agree.
Hey,
we haven't been to the. Hey, we have been today, but you ain't never been to East Texas. I can throw down on some ribs. It's a barbecue is something else over here, man. I'll have to mail you some. Send me your address. They may not be fresh when they get there, but they'll still be good.
Put them in the microwave. Must win for both teams. But I will tell you this: I love the fact that both of these teams are good.
I've been on that Bronco train a little bit. I told you I've been on that Bronco Bo Nix train for this season.
Bo Nix is a perfect quarterback for Sean Payton. He is Drew Brees like, and that's why Russell Wilson didn't fit. That's why Wilson didn't fit. And that just goes to show you that with and both of these teams with the right coach and the right system, players can actually flourish. But just because you have all these players on one team doesn't mean that they're going to be good. Bo Nix is it for Denver. That's right, Brandon. That's 100%.
Yeah. Hey, I love Bo Nix. I love what Sean Payton's doing with him. He's putting him in the position to win. And Bo Nix isn't overcomplicating anything. He's just playing football.
That's it. And, not overcomplicating. That's a perfect way to put it.
He's not overcomplicating the offense. He's not trying to make it a 10-year veteran quarterback offense. He's doing what he's making the offense do what Bo Nix is good at. That's why Bo Nix is succeeding. And Bo Nix is good. Like, I think he's a legit NFL quarterback now. Unfortunately, they're in the, they won't win the conference or the division because of Kansas City, because they keep squeaking by everybody. They finally had a win that was more than 7 this past weekend. I think who the bigger Southern between y'all? Well, we live like 25 minutes apart.
Yeah.
So we're both pretty Southern.
We're both pretty Southern. We're the exact same.
Yeah, we both. Well, I think his town is smaller than mine, but they're pretty close.
Y'all are school-wise, y'all are smaller. Union Grove is smaller than Diana.
Well, yeah, I always think of Glaywater, but technically, I live in the smaller area. But yeah, we're like 20, we'll say 30 minutes apart from each other, so we're not very far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think, how many teams? They take 7 teams to the playoffs, right? 7 each conference.
Mm-hmm.
So right now they're both in, and I think if I just seen this right, let me recheck this. They're a game up. Denver is a game ahead, but the Chargers are 2 games up on Indy, and 2 games up on Miami, and 2 games up on the Bengals.
Hey, Brandon. I see you're from Alabama. That or the lower Alabama area. I haven't been over there in a while, but my wife and or her family, we've gone to Gulf Shores a few times, so I've been through there. If I ever come back through there, man, I'll have to holler at you. It's been a while since I've been over there, so it's like almost due to go there. So if we ever go back through there, man, I'll holler at you. I know you've been talking with Derek, but send me a friend request on Facebook, and we'll get in contact some too. Oh, I know Gulf Shores is awesome, man. I love it. It's been a while since we've been there, but I love some Gulf Shores.
Gotta go,
It's a-
dude. Nevada. Have you ever been to Nevada, Florida?
No, I've only been to Panama.
Oh, dude, Nevada is where it's at.
Yeah, I've only been to Panama. I've drove to Panama. Never do it again. Worst time of my life. But yeah, I want the. I mean, man, I love both these teams, man. I love both these teams. I love
I don't
what
care.
Jim Harbaugh. But I think this is the one week I'm going to pick against the Chargers, man. I'm going to go with the Broncos in this one. I don't
I'll
know
tell you,
why.
I'm going to take the Chargers then because it will give them the same record, and it will keep them at least 2 games above the last. I want both of these teams to make the playoffs.
Yeah, me too.
I want both
me
of them to
too.
make the playoffs. And so if the Chargers win, it keeps them 2 games above everybody. If the Chargers lose, they drop a game in between. But if they win, they're still both 2 games above.
Yeah, Brandon. I do not want to drive down I-20 ever. It's like I-20 over here. Well, it's almost you go the same. I'm good. You can keep the I-20. I don't want it, or the I-10. So let's go to our next game. Another big game. Steelers. Man,
Baltimore needs this more than Pittsburgh does.
Baltimore needs this bad. So with that being said, just based off of that, I'm gonna go with Baltimore because they actually need this game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Baltimore. I'm gonna go Baltimore by 7. I just that Steelers defense is so good.
21-20.
You're going Steelers? Okay. I like that pick. I like the Steelers. I mean, listen.
They get Pickens back.
We just talked about Mike Tomlin. He's never had a losing season. He's had 500 or better. So with that being said, I mean, it's hard to pick against the Steelers, but it's just Baltimore needs a win, man. Like they've got to prove that they can play in the playoffs and compete. With the way Bills are playing, we don't know what's going on with the Chiefs. I know they're 13-1, but look at all their wins. Like
they don't need to worry about the Bills. They ain't beating the Bills regardless. They need to worry about Pittsburgh. Bills are legit.
Well,
they are legit Super Bowl contenders.
I agree. But I'm gonna pull for the Ravens this one. I'm gonna say 28-21. Not a high scoring game, but I think the Baltimore can pull it out. Another.
Ooh. Ooh. I don't know if they're watching.
Who, Philly?
Commanders by 10.
Oh my God, Sean and Scott are gonna hate it.
And the reason why, I'm gonna tell you the reason why. I think the Hurt and Brown conflict re-arises right here. I think it comes back.
We said that last week. Remember, we said that last week, and they overcame it.
But he force-fed the ball to him last week.
He did.
I think to try to die that down some. But I think they're going – if I was them, what I would do is I would double Brown to where he doesn't get the ball thrown to him at all, and he's going to get mad. He's going to get mad that they're not even attempting to throw to him. And he's going to pop off on the sideline, especially if they're down. If it's 10-0 in the third quarter or something, the – tension's going to be high, and I think that's where they're going to – I got Washington by 10.
Derek, I've got to go Philly, man. I just don't think Washington – they've kind of fallen off. Yeah, I'm going Philly. Man, I'm going to go Philly by 10. I just do not think the Washington can beat them. I know the first game it was pretty close if I remember right. I don't know, man. Washington's, I don't know. If they win this game,
they do have the leading rusher. I think Saquon is freaking he's 1A and 1B with Allen as far as MVP race. There's no question about it.
Yeah, I'm going, man. I'm going Philly, man. I don't know. I just don't think that Washington can beat them.
I'm
right. It is in Washington. I'm gonna go Philly. I'm going Philly by 10, man. I don't know. It's another one of those gut feeling games. It's not like that this team's better. I mean, I think Philly is better, but I don't know. I think the height.
Philly's due for a loss. They're on a 10-game winning streak.
Ooh.
They're due for a loss. Philly's on they're on the longest winning streak in the NFL. The next closest is Minnesota with a 7-game winning streak.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Philly, man. You say they're due, so we can split it here. You take Washington, I take Philly. I will have the Philly podcast not mad at me and mad at you. All right, moving on. Moving on.
Tampa Bay by 50.
Derek, you said the Cowboys were going to the Super Bowl. They got to win the game.
I didn't say what year. So they're going, bro. They're going. Now, realistically, I think the Cowboys can get them. I think Cooper Rush is playing better than expected. The running game has picked up. Our defense, our secondary, just has to show up for a little bit.
Just enough. They've
Brandon,
got
2050 is too soon. Maybe 2067.
Man, I think the Cowboys, what they've got to do is they've got to have somebody over the top on Mike Evans. If you put him in man, we're screwed.
Absolutely.
We're done.
Absolutely.
Play like a cover 2 over him. Make them think they're playing man and having someone over the top, and I don't know, but because the Cowboys are they're a little hot. They've been running the ball, one of the best rushing teams in the last few games. We've got to give them that.
Yes.
With that being said, I'm going to go with the Cowboys in this game by 3. Going Cowboys by 3 at home Sunday night.
What score?
I think 24-21. I think Cooper Rush has 3 touchdowns, and we have a rushing touchdown.
I think it's 27-21.
35-31. So we're all pretty close right there. I mean, pretty close. I love the Bucks. I love Baker Mayfield.
Are you adding a couple games for the Cowboys? I don't know if they've scored 35 all year.
Hey, Cooper Rush, baby.
You can't add games together, bro. That's not how the NFL works.
Cooper Rush, baby. We're riding the Cooper train.
Yeah. If he doesn't turn the ball over, I think we have a really, really good shot.
He said they're playing the Bucks. Yeah, I mean, I think the Cowboys have to. It would be a great win for them for sure. But I just don't.
It puts them right back. I mean, if they're not eliminated from the playoffs yet,
no, they're not. They're not.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, this would be a big win for them. Going it's crazy we're even talking about them having a chance, but they have a chance to make the playoffs. It is a fact. The Cowboys have a chance. It's a slim chance because they would pretty much have to win out, and they still have to play. No, that's what I'm saying.
There's 2 games back from, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Seattle. They're 2 games back from Seattle. They're a game back from Atlanta, Arizona, and San Francisco.
So this is a more realistic shot than we think for the Cowboys to make it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, let's see what they do. They need to win this Sunday, and then we might be back in the hunt for this thing, man.
We need to win, and we need Atlanta to lose. Sorry about that,
for
Brandon,
sure.
But it is what it is, bro.
Well, listen, man, great show. Thanks, Brandon. Thank everybody for being here, man. This is a big night for us. Like I said, we remember real active. And so tonight, when we get off, I will take some pictures of our giveaway jersey. So please make sure you're following our page, the Tired Sports page. Make sure you're following the Facebook, Twitter. Make sure you're following the TikTok. We want you to follow all of them, but YouTube as well. But mainly the TikTok.
The
the Facebook page and the Twitter X page. We're gonna post all of the pictures on there, and whoever comments, just comment giveaway, and we're gonna give this thing away, man. We're really appreciate Cecil for doing that for us. It's massive for us.
Yeah, and I will tell you this. I don't know if I said this earlier. He said he was gonna look through his stuff, and I'll send you the pictures of his room. He said he's got a ton of crap that his wife's wanting him to give away. And I've seen like a Wayne Gretzky jersey, a couple Oakland Athletic jerseys. What was the other? I seen another, a bunch of like cards, a bunch of like little figurine memorabilia stuff. I don't know if any of it's signed. I don't know anything about it. The pictures that he showed me.
I have a Greg Popovich signed picture, and
that will be on our January 1st stream. We will be giving that away.
I don't know if I'll ever. That might be the one thing I may never let go. I have a Tim Duncan jersey signed right here, but I'll never let that one go. That's in the case. So yeah, make sure, please be active on this, guys. Please, when we post these, comment giveaway in the comment section, and we will add your name to it. And remember, we're on all platforms. We're on Spotify as well. We will be uploading that as soon as we get off. So, if you're not able to watch, please listen to us. We appreciate that. And we will be live again Friday. Now, Friday's a big night. We have a guest coming on. It's massive. This kid is unbelievable, and it's huge.
Amazing story.
Listen, this is going to be. I don't even know how to explain this, but he's gone through one of the worst things a person can go through, I think, in my opinion. And he has kept his head held up high, and he's going to hopefully come on here and give us some of the story. I don't expect all of it because I know it's a tough thing. But we're excited for him Friday. So Friday at 8, right there? Friday at 8. So please be here Friday at 8. Pump this out if you can. We want y'all to pump it out every chance you get. We want as many people in here interacting with us, interacting with these kids. So please be here Friday for that. And then we'll be back on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday morning at 9, and then Sunday normal 7 o'clock. And then we're actually going to be off next week because of the holidays. So Sunday will be our last show this week. We'll take some time off, spend time with our families for Thanksgiving.
Well, just Wednesday. We have a Friday show.
Right. Well, Friday. Yeah. But up until the holidays, we're not doing one Wednesday.
Nothing Wednesday.
And then the following Saturday, guys, we're going to be at the Independence Bowl. So we're excited about that.
It's going to be on ESPN.
So
y'all check it out. We're going to be on there.
If you see a bald-headed guy that looks like me, and then a guy that has more hair than I do standing beside me, that's Derek. Shout us out.
See a guy running across the field, that's going to be Josh.
If you see two guys running from the opposite end, if you see two guys running from the opposite end of the football field, and they get tackled, probably me and Derek. I probably might be a little wasted, but it's okay. It's all fun and games. I'm just trying to get on ESPN right now. They're not putting our show on there because they don't know what they're talking about half the time. I'm going to get us on ESPN one way or another. So guys, appreciate y'all being here, man. Appreciate all the sponsors. They continue to sponsor us. The same ones that have been with us almost since day one. And we appreciate them so much. They continue to contribute to us, and we try to, pump their businesses out there and get them out there. I do want to throw a plug out there. Mr. Brian Todd at RT couldn't say it, RT Graphics. They're opening a store in Glaywater, Texas. It was supposed to be last Friday, but I think possibly this Friday.
Yeah.
So, man, listen, they're opening up a brand new store, man. Go check them out.
I'll be making a post, too. I haven't done that in a while. I'm going to make a big old post for all our sponsors. For each sponsor, I'm going to break each sponsor down, give them their own post on the page.
Yeah. So, guys, again, we appreciate y'all. Again, look out for the giveaway post. It should be tonight. And if not tonight, but tomorrow for sure, but definitely get it in within the next 12 hours, 24 hours or so. And we will see y'all Friday evening.
Yes,
y'all have a good evening.